I want to welcome onto the stage here a man who has been with Safeway, and I happen to be a Safeway shopper. I'm sure many of you are also Safeway shoppers. With Safeway for some 31 years, I think. He started off in change management, as many of us did, many of you out there in change management, and now maybe paralleling the path that we've all taken, now he is leading up their application and platform release operations. Safeway has undergone a tremendous transformation that mirrors what many leading enterprises are doing across a range of industries, and therefore I think the story and the experiences that he's had, including what they've done and are doing now with Serena, is going to be very helpful. So let's welcome to the stage Larry McCauley. Larry, welcome. Have a seat. All right, we'll get comfortable here. So Larry and I just talked backstage a little bit, and we're going to go off our scripted remarks just for a moment, because you were commenting to me that you were really taken with some of the things you heard from John Nugent.
Yeah, I actually thought he stole my speech for today, but we'll give him credit for that. It was, listening to him talk, it was kind of fun for me. Being with Safeway as long as I have and being so close to retiring, I still have a thrill to see that I can make some differences at the company, and talking and listening to John talk was everything that I want to do with my team and try to go forward with that kind of stuff.
You and I were sitting right next to each other there, and when John was talking about Serena, SBM and SSM, routing things around and through HP, you commented to me, boy, that's what we're doing, or that's where we're going next.
Well, actually, yeah. One of the first things we decided to do when we brought Serena back in March, April, my biggest pet peeve is not an understanding process. A company our size needs to understand what we're doing on the process side of things. So we're trying to deliver a good process to our company. We have over 40,000 desktops that we deliver to. Without a process, that can go all haywire. And so what we've done is we built a good, solid process to get stuff to our stores, get stuff to where we need it to get it to our client base, and get it to them as quick as we can. We now use SBM to do that.
Outstanding.
And yeah, we just adopted that. Kevin Wilcox, who's actually in the audience, was the person who defined it and designed it, and we just adopted it, but we've already got people that are pretty excited about where we're going with it. So.
All right. So tell us a little bit about some of the strategic changes that have gone on at Safeway. The downturn in the economy and then changes in your industry really hit the company, and was maybe 4 years ago, there were some big changes that happened.
Yeah, well, with the economy happening the way it did, and I'm sure every one of us got hit by it, Safeway kind of thought, do you know what? People still have to buy groceries, so we're going to be fine. We're going to offer service. We'll still do the best we can. Well, the Walmarts of the world came in, and we just couldn't compete with them at their pricing. So we needed to change that. We also needed to offer more at our stores. We also needed to offer the best deals that we possibly can. We need to offer a loyalty plan. We need to say to everybody, come shop with us. We're going to give you not only good service, but we're going to give you good prices. To do that, we couldn't do it with the environment we were working out of that.
Well, yeah, and your loyalty programs are several now. You offer home delivery of groceries, which is, I can't imagine how complex that is. Your people not only need to buy groceries, they need to buy gasoline for their cars.
Yes.
How many gas stations now?
We have over 400 across the U.S. and Canada. Yep. And we offer great, it sounds like I'm doing an advertisement for Safeway.
Go ahead.
Believe me, I'm not, We offer great specials throughout, but it's all built around how we deliver. And if we don't deliver through an agile orchestrated system, we can't get it there.
Absolutely. And one of the things that stuck with me that I heard from you, you sort of had Walmart at the low end and various things at the higher end. Safeway's a high service experience. You wanted to, and I think, again, as a Safeway shopper, have delivered a high service experience but still price competitive, and that IT really had to step up in order to make that happen.
Yeah, we need to make we talked last night, we need to make changes. So it's kind of nice. Sunday's a good day for us. Monday's nice. Tuesday, we're kind of starting to see the pressures. And then Wednesday, somebody will sit in those that high ivory tower marketing reps like this, and they will say, I need to put a sale on this weekend. What are you going to do for me? And they come to us, and we got to turn it around for a Thursday.
And that's a whole new world, because in your first couple decades, maybe up until just a few years ago with the company, you weren't talking about, gee, it's Wednesday, we got to get something in our systems and out to the stores by Friday.
No. We talked about, let's release when we can and let's get it out the best possible way. But we were not a time to market company at that time.
But now you are. And so that had to be a profound effect on IT.
Absolutely, yes. We took a big look at what we had and where we were going, and we said, we're too old. We need to get better. We need to get quicker. We need to be able to bring our app developers in-house,
right,
keep them coming, and give them stuff that they can be comfortable to work
with.
Well,
and in fact, the company had gotten out of the app dev business, I believe, right? It was just up until several years ago with this big change was using packages. Packages were okay.
Yeah.
But then in order to do all this loyalty stuff, you had to develop your own stuff.
Yeah, we were vendor-based. A lot of our applications were vendor-based. We brought that back in-house. We feel that's the best place to come.
Right, and, in order to have the agility that you need.
Yes, absolutely, yep. Mm-hmm.
So how did your relationship with Serena play in this? Because longtime Serena customer, then frankly, the relationship lapsed. Mm-hmm. But then things turned around both with what happened at Safeway and what happened at Serena. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we've been a partner with Serena since before Serena. We partnered with Optima. Optima became Serena. We got very involved with Serena. We brought in their mainframe tool. We also brought in the distributed tool when that opportunity came. I've known Kevin for probably 15 years. And I want to say it's
you guys met in high school, right?
I've actually been told he's close to being my uncle. So,
your British uncle.
Yeah. We were involved very closely with Serena. Things did go south. I know Serena was having problems. Safeway decided that they were going to try a different path, and we went with CA. And I'm not going to spit. Kevin can do that later for us. But we tried CA, and it's 6-year-old shelfware now for us.
Yeah. So then a couple years ago, you came back from vacation. You had a call. They handed you a big challenge, and so you had to reach back out to Serena, and I don't want to put too many words in your mouth, but you were pleased with what you'd found. Change company here at Serena.
Yeah, they dropped this on my lap and said, you're now going to own ChangeMan DS again. And I said, I can't own that. It's old. It's not the tool we can use. If you want me to do this, I want to do it right. It's going to cost you money, Safeway. We need to bring people on board, and we need to go back to something that's comfortable. So at that point, we reached, they said, let's see what you can do. I just happened to find an old number around, and I called it and said, can I get somebody here to help me? And they, within a week, I had a consultant, a Serena consultant, sitting in my office working for me, and that introduced me to the West Coast sales rep, the new one, Bill Heminger and Paul James, and they started coming in, and it was good because it didn't seem like a sales pitch. It seemed like they really wanted to help. So I went to our senior management and said, guys, they've changed. They are a lot more interested in what we're trying to do, a lot better than they were when we left them in 2006.
So that was maybe, what, a year and a half, 2 years ago?
A year and a half ago. July of 2000.
And the timing was good because then Serena 11, or Exchange 11 came around.
Yes.
You came to Exchange 11 last year. What was your experience there?
So I got my butt here, and I sat down thinking, this is going to be a piece of cake because I've done this for so many years. I've been to Serena conferences. The only person I recognized was Kevin. I'm glad he still remembered me, so it wasn't so bad. And I'm seeing all these new young faces, and I'm going, yeah, I know this stuff. I'm not going to be too bad. And then they started talking dimensions and SBM and ALM and RLM, and I'm sitting in the back going, and I'm running ChangeMan DS. How embarrassing is this? And so it was not good. So I actually left a day early. I was supposed to stay till Friday, and I had enough information, and I thought, I got to get home and get to my senior management team and say, guys, we gotta make changes. This is not where we want to be.
And you also heard the magic words, orchestrated IT.
Yes, yeah. So we at that time decided, we'd brought in things like Subversion, Jenkins, to allow us to we called them Band-Aid apps, okay, Band-Aid software. At that point, we decided, I understood what orchestrated IT meant. And I delivered it to our senior management, our vice presidents, and our CIO. And they all felt that orchestrated was the way to go. And the reason being is we are a time-to-market company. Mm-hmm. We need to get there quickly. Mm-hmm. If you don't have some form of a plan and an orchestrated idea to get there, you can't do it. So they asked me, what do we need to do? Well, our first goal is to get to dimensions.
Right.
And that was our first shot at it. But to get there, we also needed to have a nice agile approach to getting there.
Right.
A good workflow, a good process.
Right.
And that's what we're building towards now, trying to get to that point.
So getting your senior management on board, it helped a lot to get them to a corporate visit at Serena headquarters. Why don't you, that I think that helped them get the religion. Why don't you describe that?
Well, yeah, one of the senior vice presidents and I are very good friends. We play a lot of golf together, and his comment to me was, I don't want to have anything to do with Serena. Serena calls me, get him off I'm not going to talk to him. And I said, okay.
That's encouraging.
Yeah, it was. So I finally, I let him beat me one day in golf, and that kind of cheered him up. And over beers that night, he said, yeah, let's do this. And I said, well, how about an executive brief? Serena's offering up John Nugent, yourself, some high-level VPs. We brought some high-level VPs down. We sat down, and when we walked out of it, it was great. We had formed a partnership. Steve Brody volunteered to be our executive sponsor, and it's just taken off from there. We actually meet again in another month. We're coming back down for our second executive brief.
So that executive briefing allowed them to get the orchestrated IT religion, allowed you to make a big bet on Serena.
Yeah, it was great because we had not signed any contract. We had your old products. We knew what we were going to. We knew where we were going. The drive back was great. And I was saying to you yesterday, it was probably good it was a rainy day because traffic was really bad and it took us a little while to get back. So we had an opportunity. We all piled into a nice big SUV. There was 6 of us in the SUV, and it gave us an opportunity to talk. And it was fun to listen to these people because I was right in the back, and it was just fun to listen to the senior management talk about what they saw SBM, what it can do,
right?
Where we can put it. Why can't we replace our ITSM system? Why can't we start looking at getting rid of Remedy? Nobody liked Remedy. Nobody likes Cisco's tool, which is NewScale.
Yeah.
So we said, why don't we incorporate the whole thing?
Right.
And that's what we're looking at doing right now. Now, in the ITSM world, we're still on that fence on where we want to go. But I obviously think what we're seeing today with being here and what we're actually seeing in the real world today, we need to get to a one system,
right.
One ITSM system.
Right.
And I figure the business should not know what they're doing, what tool they're using. I just want something.
Right.
And that's what we want to get to.
Right. Well, the good news is, as we saw from John Nugent, is you've got Serena Request Center, you've got Serena Service Manager. You can get all that from us, but if you choose to go with another vendor, part of the design ethic of orchestrated IT is
Absolutely.
To work with all these different systems.
Absolutely, and that's what we're looking at. Again, it comes back to a fact. I don't want an app dev person to try to figure out, what am I using? I just want them to go somewhere so they know that they can get their process done
Absolutely.
as quick as they possibly can.
Also on the roadmap, I think, is release management, release automation, right?
Yes, absolutely. We are now looking at that, and actually I am taking ownership of that in the next little while. So that's going to be fun for me. It's another project for me to get to. So they've asked me to look at release management. They've asked me to start finding the best tools available. And obviously, I'm going to be knocking on your guys' doors to see.
Great. Well, you're going to see the latest, greatest here demoed shortly from Ali and Steve, and then get a chance to go to all the breakouts.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, absolutely. We know, again, we are a time-to-market shop. We need to deliver as fast as we possibly can. There's very, very little return on the dollar for us for groceries. So when John was talking about the business wants something, we have to have business cases. Our company is a perfect case for a business case because IT does not make me money at Safeway. IT prevents us from losing money and builds us something to get money. But I can't not put an application in and sell peas. That's
right. So was it your CFO who said to I think Paul James from your Serena account team, how is this going to help me sell more beans?
Absolutely.
That's the boiled down question.
Absolutely. So we get asked that all the time. Where am I going to make money off of this?
Yeah.
And my answer is, you're not. But what you're going to do is not lose money by us getting this quicker.
Right.
So.
Well, and the marketing guys are saying if you do this promotion for this weekend, you'll sell more beans or more gas.
Yes.
And so this is how we're going to get you out there.
That's right. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Mm-hmm. Well, Larry, welcome back to the fold.
Thank you.
Very happy to have you here, and
Thank
thanks
you.
so much for doing this Q&A with me.
You bet. Thanks a lot, David.
Larry McCauley.